Are you trying to start a business, but you keep getting stuck and unmotivated as soon as you sit down? Well, it's not your fault. It's actually rooted in psychology with something called uncertainty paralysis. This is an innate psychological trait that we have as humans where if we can't predict what the next step is, then our body perceives that as danger and we end up not doing anything as a result. So our body wants us to shift to something that we can predict, like doing the dishes, going on a walk, or scrolling on social media. And the best way to get through this uncertainty paralysis and trick your mind to take that next step is to know and predict what the next step is with a roadmap. So as an example, let's just take a random character named Benny. Let's say Benny wants to build his own house, so he ends up buying a property. He goes to that property and there's nothing there. That will give him uncertainty paralysis because he's never built a house before and he has no idea what the first step should be. Building the foundation, building the frame, who knows? But let's say that Benny bought a kit online that was delivered to his property. It had everything he needed to build his house and everything was labeled and he had instruction manuals for each thing, plus he had a crew of 5 guys that would help him build the house. All that would be enough for Benny to get started and actually take that first step. And this actually feeds into another psychological trait called the progress commitment effect. This is when you take the first step, your brain and your mind actually gets motivated to continue. So you have that momentum that progresses you through the next step and the next step and the next step. So if you've been trying to start your business, but you sit down and your mind gets foggy, you start to slow down and you start to get distracted doing other things, well, it's 100% because of uncertainty paralysis. And it's not because you're doing something wrong, it's just because you don't know what the next step should be. And this is exactly why we created Build Yard Labs. We wanted to give people that momentum to move to the next step and start to build that motivation to keep going and give them that predictable roadmap so they know exactly what they need to build in their business at each stage of their growth. So if that interests you or you want more tips on starting your own business, then go ahead and follow us for more daily content.